Welcome to Schedule 1. Starting off in a new town, you're expected to earn money by starting your own drug empire. And through that drug empire, you begin to grow that business by unlocking new products, buying up businesses, and new properties. But can you beat this game without selling any products? Today's challenge, I'll be attempting to beat Schedule 1 without the core mechanic of selling products, I dub the Hobo Challenge. And the goals that I've set for this challenge are to purchase the most expensive property, to buy up all the businesses, and purchase the most expensive car. Now with the goals laid out, let's meet the character who will attempt this. Here we have Hobo Terry, with nothing but an RV in the local forest and the jorts on his body, which used to be white by the way. Let's go make Terry the richest hobo in town. So there are a ton of alternatives to make money, but the first method we're going to tackle on day 1 is breaking all the coke and ATMs across the map. So with a run and a skip down Main Street, we're going to go past Taco Ticklers, run through the skate park, past the motel, and head down these stairs. At the bottom of the staircase, we're going to take a left, head over to the basketball court where we're going to find our first item. And resting against the fence here is a nice, pristine baseball bat. Ah, a hobo's finest weapon to defend oneself on the mean street. And an item that we'll use to get all the money from the machines. So once we acquire our baseball bat, the route that we're going to take is we're going to go over the wooden bridge and go down to the end of the street here until we get to the bungalow. Once we get to the bungalow, we're going to take an immediate left, and then we're going to head over here to the community center, which has our first coke machine that we can destroy. So we're going to charge up our bat, we're going to hit the coke machine, and grab all the money that comes out of it. After we do that, we're going to go around the outside of the community center, and in the front, next to the tattoo parlor, is our second coke machine. After we break this, we're going to grab all the money that spits out, turn right behind us, head over to the gas mart, where we're going to break the ATM outside, head inside, and break the coke machine. Now after we do this, we're going to grab up all the money, so be careful, make sure that you grab it all, because we don't want to lose a single cent. After we grab it, we're going to turn around, we're going to go across this bridge right here, and our next ATM is in sight. It is across from Taco Tickler, and right next to the pawn shop, it is outside the liquor store. After we break the liquor store ATM and grab all the money, we're going to turn around, we're going to go over to the motel, and then we're going to break a coke machine and an ATM right outside the motel office. After we break both these machines, we're going to go down the stairs that we went down earlier, but instead of taking a left this time, we're going to take a right, and outside the arcade is our next coke machine. After breaking this coke machine, we're going to look up, and we'll see our next ATM outside Bud's bar. After breaking this ATM, we're going to go around the corner, and we're going to run down Main Street, and our next ATM is going to be on the left, and it's right across from Taco Tickler, and it's along this building over here. After we break this ATM, we're going to run up to the next street, and across from Slop Shop is another coke machine that we can break. After breaking this coke machine, we're going to turn around, we're going to go back to Main Street because our next ATM is right next to the laundromat and right next to the clothing store. After breaking this ATM, we're going to run down Main Street, and now we're going to head over to the docks. So past the bus stop and at the next road, we're going to take a right, and we can see our next ATM right in front of us. So what we're going to do is break this ATM, and then we're going to break the coke machine on the other side. Once we collect all the money from both these machines, we're going to head up the road that we just came and head over to the car dealership. Right across from the car dealership is where we want to go next, which is Gas Mart, because outside Gas Mart there's another ATM and another coke machine. So first we're going to break the ATM, we're going to grab all the money, and then we're going to head over to the coke machine and break this one. After we grab all this money, what we're going to do is run over here, we're going to go past City Hall right over here, go past the post office, and then we're going to head over to the real estate, because outside the real estate there's another ATM that can be broken. After we break this ATM, we're going to turn around, and then we're going to head over to Handy Hank's Hardware, we're going to break the coke machine that's outside, and then we're going to head inside and break the ATM that's also inside. After we break this ATM, we're going to go back outside, and then we're going to go over to the bank and break their ATM. From here, what we're going to do is turn, we're going to head over to the medical center, but we're going to take a right, and now we're going to head over to the church, and we're going to break the ATM that's outside the church. Now when you're breaking these ATM, be very careful of cops that might be nearby, because if they spot you, they'll begin to spot you and want to arrest you. So once they walk by, we're going to break this ATM, we're going to grab all the money, and now what we're going to do is retrace our steps and go down the road that we just came from. So we're going to go past the medical center, we're going to head past the bank, we're going to go past City Hall, and we're going to head over to the supermarket, which is right in front of us, because outside the supermarket is an ATM that we can destroy. So after destroying this ATM, we're going to grab all the money, And now we're gonna head over to the casino, and the casino has two machines that we can break. It has a Coke machine and has an ATM. We're gonna have to wait until 4 to come back for these. But there's an alternative. If we go down here and we walk down this pathway, we can see an NPC right in front of us, and after a while she'll be done with her cigarette, and then we're gonna follow right behind her into the casino. She'll open the door for us, we're gonna head inside, and now we have access to the casino. What I recommend is not breaking this ATM, because this is the only ATM we have left, and we want to use it to deposit our money. So for now, we're not gonna break this ATM. Instead, we're gonna go over to the Coke machine, and we're gonna break this machine. And as you can see, after breaking all the Coke machines and ATMs, I have a total of $1,000 net profit. But we can get a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is go to our phone, we're gonna check our messages, we're gonna click on this unknown, and it's gonna tell us to go to the payphone. After we go to the payphone, it's gonna be our uncle, and he's gonna tell us that he left some cash for us to use. So for a little extra money, we're gonna go collect 2 of these stashes, and these are the stashes we're gonna take. The first stash is actually close to us, it is right behind the supermarket. We're gonna grab it, and it's gonna be $175. After we do that from the supermarket, we're gonna head over to the fountain, and right behind the fountain is another stash point, and we're gonna grab this one for another $120. Now there's one more stash point that we can take, and it's in the canal, but it only has $80, and I'm not gonna take it because as soon as I take it and put it in my pocket, my RV is going to explode and I'll lose that. Now the second method we can use to earn money on day 1 is gathering up all the trash and bringing it into these bins to be burned. Now instead of picking up each individual piece one by one, it would be wise to invest in a trash grabber. So heading over to the hardware store, purchase the trash grabber for $20. And then we're gonna tell Dan to mind his own damn business. With the trash grabber in hand, it will allow us to grab multiple items at a time and then throw it all into the bin at once, making gathering trash a breeze. But this task can be improved upon even more. What we can do is gather up all the trash in the area with the trash grabber and then put it into a pile in the corner. Once we do that, we go to our local gas mart, get ourselves a trash bag, and use that trash bag to bag up all the pile of trash in one go. Because any piece of trash that's in this little circle here will fit into the bag, meaning less trips back and forth from the trash bins. Now after we break all the machines, gather 2 of the stashes, and got enough trash, it's time for the main moneymaker, which is the casino. Now before we do this, we want to save our game. Our options to save our game are the following. Going back to the RV to sleep in our bed, which will advance the day and we'll miss out on the casino that day since it's closed during the morning, so we can't do this option. Or option 2, glitching into one of the available properties and using their save feature. So we're gonna do that. The easiest way is going back to the docks, and then we're gonna use one of these boxes right next to the shipping container to jump on top of this mailbox and jump over the fence into the dock warehouse. Once inside, we're gonna go over to the save button, click it, and save our game now. Also, don't be worried about getting stuck in here, because if you head over to the front door, it should open right up. A quick shout out to the user Linux for telling me about this glitch, so simple, but useful. And now that we're back at the casino, we can enter through the front door, and we can see 3 different games that we can play. Starting with the table on the left is a game called Ride the Bus. Max bet is $500 with a maximum payout of $10,000. And luckily for us, the rules are explained right on the table. Round 1 is as simple as guessing whether the card is going to be red or black. Get it right, move on to the next round. Get it wrong? Sorry, you can't eat for the night. Round 2 is guessing whether the next card is going to be higher or lower than the previous card. Round 3 is guessing inside or outside, so if the next card will be in between the 2 cards in the previous drawings or land outside of them. And finally, round 4, which is the hardest of all, guessing the suit of the next card, in which you have a 1 in 4 chance of doing, but if you're able to do it, that's 20 times the amount and you earn yourself 10k. Now I should mention, after each round you can forfeit to keep the money you won in the previous round. This is a good strat if you're uncertain for the round and you don't want to lose your money. Next to Ride the Bus in the middle is Blackjack. Max bet is $1,000 and maximum payout is $2,000. Blackjack is simple, either get 21 or close to 21 without going over. And the third game is the slots. There are 5 slots in total and the max bet is $100 and the maximum payout is $10,000 if you can land the 777. We'll bet $100 on one machine to start until we hit the big jackpot. And once we win the big jackpot, we'll go back to the docks, save, rinse and repeat after winning a few times. Then after winning a good bit of money, we'll start upping it by using more machines at the same time. The good news is this game doesn't advance to the next day until we sleep, so we can keep on playing it into our heart's content. And mind you, this is still the first day and we're making all this money. Now once we have a good bit of money, we'll put $10,000 into our bank account using the ATM that we didn't break at the casino. You'll notice that we can't put more than $10,000 a week into our bank account, so either we have to wait until the next week, or we can buy some of these businesses and start laundering our money out. What this does is put money from our pocket into our bank account without having to wait the whole week. And after sleeping in our RV, the first thing that we're gonna do in the morning is head over to the real estate and buy our first property, which is gonna be the post office, since it can launder $4,000 at a time. The good news is time keeps ticking for the business to launder out the money, even if it's 4 a.m. and essentially time is stopped, unlike if we were waiting for plants to grow. Though we'll have to wait 24 hours, which means 24 minutes in real life. So we can keep on making money at the casino and keep laundering out in the same day until we have enough to buy the other businesses. But now that it's a new day, we have to wait until night for the casino to open up. But luckily, since it's day 2, we have another option to make money, which is pickpocketing. Now we could pickpocket on day 1, but for whatever reason, none of the people actually have anything until day 2. So the things that we're targeting from these people is obviously money, but we can also target the canned goods, because after we drink them, we throw them on the ground, pick them up with our trash grabber, and then put them into the burners for extra money. And we're gonna keep on doing this until it's nighttime and we can enter the casino again.
A few moments later.
So after that hour passed, I have $24,000 in my bank account and $284,000 in my pocket. So what we're gonna do now is head back to our RV and sleep the night away. And to remind you, this is only day 3 of this game. And the XP that I gained is all from the pickpocketing that I did on day 2. Once we wake up in the morning, what we're gonna do is leave our RV and head over to the real estate. And the 2 businesses that we're gonna buy is the laundromat for $4,000 and the car wash for $20,000. Once we purchase those businesses, now we need to go to each business and launder the money. So the closest one is the post office, and we know it's $4,000. And the next one is the car wash, which is past the gas mart, right next to the mechanic, and it's for $6,000. And the last one, if we leave the car wash and head down Main Street, we can see the laundromat right in front of us, which is only for $2,000. So instead of $4,000 every 24 minutes, we're now bumping it up to $12,000 every 24 minutes. Making our progress a little bit faster so we can buy the last business, which is Taco Ticklers. Which, mind you, is $50,000 that we need in our bank account. So this is gonna take a while. And the other good news, since it's day 4, 2 days have passed and all the machines are back up, which we can break yet again for extra cash. Also, another glitch that I found, the stashes that we need to take in order to progress the story. I noticed if we advance to the next day, the 2 stashes that we took from are full of money again, so we can grab the 175 and then head over to the fountain and grab that one. So that's a free $295 a day that we can take if we advance to the next day. Alright, after several hours of playing the slots, I have over $400,000 in my pocket and over $150,000 in my bank account. With all that money in my bank account, we can complete the remaining goals for this challenge. So all we're gonna do is head back to our RV and then continue on to the next day. Which I remind you is only day 4 and I have over $400,000 just in my pocket alone. So once we wake up in the morning from our RV, we're gonna head over to the real estate and we're gonna buy our properties. So for $50,000, we'll buy Taco Ticklers, and then we're gonna check it out. And just like the previous businesses that we own, we can use Taco Ticklers as a front to launder more money. In this case, we can launder a total of $8,000 at this establishment, bringing the total from $12,000 in 24 minutes all the way up to $20,000 in 24 minutes instead. And with the purchase of Taco Ticklers, we completed our first goal, which is owning all the businesses in Schedule 1. Now moving on to the second goal, which is owning the most expensive car. So heading over to the car dealership, the most expensive car obviously is the Cheetah for $40,000. Woo! Already hitting 80 kilometers an hour. Look at that. Oh, look out the turn! Oh God. It'll buff out, don't worry about it. With the purchase of the Cheetah, we have completed our second goal, and now moving on to the third and final goal, which is purchasing the most expensive property. So heading back over to the real estate, we're gonna jump out of our vehicle, and the most expensive property is the Docks Warehouse for $50,000. So all we're gonna do is go over to Ray, and we're gonna purchase that property. And once we head down to the docks, we can see it's the property that we've been using to save our games with. So we already knew what this property looked like, which is kind of a letdown, but at least we own it now and we don't have to sneak in every time. But since the dock warehouse doesn't look homey enough, we're gonna head over to the real estate and we're gonna buy the bungalow to give us an actual home. And the bungalow costs $6,000, so we're gonna head over to Ray and then we're gonna purchase that property. Get out of my way, I gotta get to my new property. I'm being searched? What the heck is this? I got nothing. I did all my money legitly. Come on, let's go. Could you get out of the way? Screw you. Oh, can't have a hobo freaking have a nice car, huh? They already bring out the tasers for me, huh? Dude, this is some bull crap. Homeless man can't get ahead in this town. And after evading the police, we make it to the bungalow, where we can go inside, and this actually looks like a nice home. We got a nice kitchen sink, got all these cabinets, and all this room for activities. Look at all that. But as you can see, I still look like the typical hobo, so let's actually go and dress the part. Ah, and there's the face of a successful businessman. And just like that, we have completed the hobo challenge. Without selling a single product, we have bought the most expensive property and all the businesses and the most expensive car. I hope you enjoyed this challenge video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And if you want to see more Schedule 1 videos in the future, let me know in the comment section below and we'll do some more. Maybe next time we'll actually play the game properly. And like always, I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you in the next video.